Welcome to the Main Event Show podcast. We are back. Alex and Sean together, the Wolf Pack. What's up, my brother?
Oh, not much, man. You know, same shit, different day.
Yeah, I feel you. So, today we are talking about Extreme Rules, the club,
Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw. So, let's start off with last Extreme Rules last Sunday night. Oh my God. How awesome, I'm going to say this, how awesome was Roman Reigns and AJ Styles match?
Oh my god. It definitely was up there. I probably beat most of the main events for any of the past years for non-WrestleMania.
Say what you will, I hate Roman Reigns, everybody hates Roman Reigns, but that was amazing. But the main thing, and I'm not even pissed at the finish anymore because
Seth Rollins.
Yes, I was going to get to that. Seth freaking Rollins, or I call him our savior, is back.
I did last time on the podcast. I did say he was going to make a return very soon.
Yes, you did. Let's say, so he's going for the title at Money in the Bank, which I'm gonna be at. So, how do you feel? You think he's gonna take the title from Roman Reigns?
I don't think so, just because of the fact that it's still Vince running this company, and if you know anything about Vince, he prefers the big, muscular guys who don't think.
Yeah, but Seth also,
He never lost.
He never lost the championship. But there is a thing that, I heard that Roman's not going to drop the title till SummerSlam. And maybe they want, I think I heard Roman Reigns versus John Cena.
Yeah. I would prefer to see Randy Orton versus Roman Reigns, because Randy Orton could beat him, and we all know it.
This is how I'm feeling. They put Dean Ambrose in the qualifying match. He won. So, if Dean Ambrose is in the Money in the Bank ladder match, he can possibly win and cash in and have a triple threat with all Shield members.
I just don't see that, though.
Well, I don't know. People are telling me Owens is going to win. Owens is going to be Money in the Bank champion.
We have Cesaro, we have Owens, we have Zayn, we have Jericho, and we have Ambrose. There's still one spot open.
Two spots.
Who do you think will fill those?
I don't know. We got to wait till SmackDown to see who's actually in the... Speaking of, what kind of pissed me off is why the hell did Jericho win? Apollo was undefeated, and he's a new guy. Jericho's just going to go in the match and be...
A jobber
again. His glorified jobber self, and put over. That's why I'm thinking Ambrose might win.
Well, I'm actually going to be rooting for Zayn, because I'm not a big fan of Owens. He's good on the mic, but every time he just starts talking, I just want to slap him right in the face, just like Seth Rollins. They both can talk way too much.
Speaking of, let's go back to Seth Rollins really quick. Why the hell did he come back as a heel? When nobody is cheering for Reigns anyways, wouldn't it make more sense for Seth Rollins to come back as a babyface?
Oh, absolutely, and I was pissed about that. I really think that Rollins would probably be a better face, and Roman Reigns would probably be a better heel, just because of their attitudes.
And,
Let's go back to Extreme Rules.
Yes. I was drawing a blank there. Thank you.
What did you think about Jimmy and Jey Uso getting more involved in that match than the club?
That pissed me off. These two nobodies who hadn't done anything in a year or so are going to interfere more than the club, and they're supposed to be baby faces.
I would like to see them turn heel along with Reigns. Like I said,
they're stale. They're only living off The Rock's name. So
well, it's not just that.
Rikishi,
exactly.
The cousins and the father. So if
these people were not related to them, I don't see them being in WWE. They're horrible on the mic. They're not that good at wrestling. I mean, they literally, you just want to take a nap during most of their time that they're on screen.
I used to like the Usos when they first,
back when they were doing the intro with the dance.
They still do that, but it's just stale and boring now.
Yeah.
And they're glorified jobbers. So How do you feel now that we're talking about the Usos and the club? The club, AJ broke up the club, and he lost to Owens. So what do you think that's building up to? I think a certain Finn Balor after Takeover June 8th.
I have a feeling it's either going to be Finn Balor taking over the club, or it's going to be Finn Balor and AJ Styles versus Anderson and Gallows.
I see it that the way that Balor is going to take over, and there's going to be a power struggle between the club and the AJ Styles.
I would love to actually see Finn Balor and AJ Styles team up against the club, because that would be interesting. It would be better than, because if you know anything about old time wrestling, something like this has already happened with the NWO back when it split into Wolfpack. So to me, this just is like, okay, you're going back to something really old, and most people who watch that stuff already know what's going to happen.
Well, I think they're trying to keep the theme of the New Japan, where Finn Balor was the leader of the club, or the Bullet Club back in the day, and then that's what they want to do. But we'll see at Money in the Bank. I'll see live. Yeah. I'm going to have so much fun there. So what do you want to talk about now?
I want to talk about something that wasn't really known, but unless you were actually paying attention. And that's the ask and the actual release of Adam Rose and Cody Rhodes.
Wow. Cody Rhodes came as a surprise to me. They could have done so much more with that talent than they did, and he just got fed up. Adam Rose is like he's not no surprise. His legal troubles. They're just saying he probably asked for it. He probably really got fired.
Probably, but I think that the Cody Rhodes thing, and I've talked to you about it for a long time. I think they've been misusing Cody Rhodes. I think that he could have been a champion, but like I always say, Vince just doesn't know how to work with talent that isn't muscle heads.
I mean, you would think after Dusty died, they would have respected that a little bit more and dropped the Stardust character, and just push Cody a lot more than they did.
I mean, hell, back when he had his before the mustache, people loved him. Everyone thought, oh, this guy's gonna get a championship push soon.
He was even in Evolution with Randy Orton and Ted DiBiase Jr., another amazing talent that they misused. But like I said, Cody was a hell of a talent, and he would be probably going to TNA.
Probably. Another thing that's just rumored right now, since the firing of Cody, aka Stardust, Goldust has been rumored to possibly be quitting soon because of this. What do you think?
Well, Goldust posted on Twitter, why is my notifications blowing up, LOL, or something on Twitter, #GoldenTruth. So, I think that story was a little bit bullshit.
I think there's some truth to it because of the fact that if you think about it, Goldust is almost 40.
Mm-hmm.
His wrestling is starting to slow down. He's not wrestling as much, and he's a bona fide jobber. I think it's time for him. I think he's going to either get released or he's going to quit. That's my honest opinion, though.
Now, I saw something that caught my eye today. David Hero, a guy that books recent release talent on like the indie scenes, posted on Twitter, expect another WWE release coming soon. Who do you think it will be?
I gotta say, it's probably going to be Curtis Axel.
I don't think so. I think it might finally be Ryback. Or the way they did Sheamus last night, looked like Sheamus was...
He's not happy there. He really isn't.
Nope.
Another person who could go is Rusev, because he's...
Rusev is United States champion, though.
I know, but you have to also remember, he wants to be in the picture for world heavyweight champion. Everybody does. But they've been sticking him with the minor titles, and I think he's just getting frustrated with it because you can actually see it when he's out there. His body language kind of says, "I don't want to be here."
Well, I'm sticking with Ryback because during Extreme Rules, Ryback tweeted, do you think you will see Ryborg in the Impact Zone or something like that? And then hashtag Extreme Rules. And then EC3 tweeted him saying, "Oh shit." Like, is that a tease or is it just Ryback trolling?
I think it's Ryback trolling. It could be true, but what the problem is, TNA's can't offer him much money, and he would just become a bona fide, pretty much just somebody who's there to be intimidating. I don't see him being as a champion there.
No, he's going to be a champion because they make all former WWE stars champions.
Tell that to EC3.
Well, he was a former WWE star, so...
True.
Undefeated for 30 so months. That was like 2-something years.
But also, don't forget, they didn't count all the times he was disqualified.
Yeah. And,
I really don't.
Well, there is also the curious case of Tyrus. He's just being muscle for like Matt Hardy right now.
Yeah, like I said, a lot of these people that come from WWE usually just become kind of like the muscle for somebody who's getting a bigger push.
Depends who you are, though. I mean, Drew Galloway, champion. Bobby Lashley, champion. Jeff Hardy, champion. EC3, Kurt Angle, champion. Do you hear any sort of... It was very rare that a TNA original became champion. Sure, there's Austin Aries, Chris Sabin, and Bobby Roode, James Storm, to name a few. But mostly it's been former WWE.
Well, if you look at their roster, how many of them were former WWE stars?
Like we've always said, the WWE rejects.
Yeah.
WWE kicked them out. TNA welcomed them. And like, yeah, we'll make you champion for, a company that's only seen by some odd few people, right?
Yeah, if you look at their ratings, it's pretty much in the toilet. They don't have much. They're kind of going belly
just a
up.
disclaimer, I'm not dissing or shitting on TNA. I love watching TNA. It's just the truth. It's the honest truth. And I know if I get comments saying, "Oh, yeah, TNA is so much better than WWE" by the trolls and stuff, I'm just being honest, okay? I'm a TNA fan. I'm a wrestling fan.
We both are.
These comments are welcomed, but because just
they're welcome
give us your
but
opinion.
Ignored. That's the best way to put it.
They're just our honest truth opinions. So
the best way to put those comments, they're accepted but ignored, because everybody knows the truth about wrestling if you actually follow it.
Yes. So, like I said, coming up June, was it 19th?
Something like that.
Money in the Bank pay-per-view. I'll be there live. So, I don't know if I'll be able to get out a podcast around that time. But should we continue every Tuesday doing a podcast talking about wrestling?
Well, we'll see about that because I've got work and stuff, so that comes into play. So we'll work it out when I can come back.
Okay, Wolfpack. Well, until then, I'm going to continue trying to put out podcasts for you guys every single day, every single week. Like I said, maybe not around Money in the Bank time because I'll be there live. I might do something the night before with my friends that are going. But anyways, have a good day. It's the end of the podcast. We love you. Wolfpack out.